Hello, 10th graders, what's up? Can you believe it? We are wrapping up Unit 1. Unit 1 was actually pretty quick. If you look over at modules, it was just, a real quick unit exploring cause and effect in history. So a hook, some vocabulary, some content exploration. And now we're going to give you an opportunity just to kind of put it all together. So this is your first formative assessment. And what that means is that it'll be put in the grade book connected to the standards and will be scored based off of a rubric. But all that being said, this is just the first formative assessment of many that will be assessing these same standards. Okay, so I wanted to record a quick video just to kind of take the stress level down from what might look like a quiz or might look like an end of unit final. And I want you to think of it more like, an exit ticket, that you do on a Friday after working on something for a couple of days. Anyway, so here's your task. You're going to make a copy of this document, and then you have to decide if you want to write out your response or talk out your response. If you write it out, you're just going to kind of do what you've been doing. In the assignment, you're going to, write your response in the Google Doc that I'm about to show you. When you go to turn in your assignment, you've got the two options. So you're going to turn in your assignment, you're going to hit Start Assignment. If you're writing out your assignment, you're just going to hit Google Drive, find the file, come down here and hit Submit. If you actually want to do something different, though, and you don't want to do the writing today, you'd prefer to just talk out your thinking, here's what you would do. You'd hit Media and then Record and Upload Media and then Submit Assignment. Now, both options are just as good. I will say, though, that we are scoring both options based off the same rubric. So, let's get into this assignment. If you click here to make a copy of this document, you will get a document that looks like this. And this just says some of the stuff that I've already been saying. It's our formative assessment on coffee clocks and causes of the Enlightenment. So here's the guiding question. In what ways did newly available technologies and products like mechanical clocks and coffee change European society and cause the Enlightenment? And, the Enlightenment was a movement that emphasized science and reason as guides to help see the world more clearly. So I kind of tried to make a little, image of that. You've got two causes: the invention of the clock, introduction of coffee. The effect or change is the Enlightenment. A couple of pictures of the Enlightenment, lots of science, lots of reading, lots of sharing new ideas. It was a brave new world. Here's the two standards we're assessing: cause and effect and text evidence. Here's the directions. So pretty short unit, right? So we did a little bit of content exploration yesterday. If you haven't watched those videos already, here they are. If you've already watched them, don't worry about it. Second one, gather evidence. Again, you probably did this yesterday using this Padlet right here, which looks like that. People have been putting evidence onto this Padlet that you then can use in your response down here. So step 3, decide if you're going to write out your response or talk it out. Here's kind of what I was saying, though, a second ago. If you are going to talk it out, still use this space just to kind of like make some notes. You want to have your evidence copied and pasted in here. You don't have to turn this in, but you want to make sure that your response still includes a claim, analyzing cause and effect, two pieces of evidence, one about clocks and one about coffee, and then the reasoning that's going to explain the evidence and support your claim. A couple of other things down the left-hand side here, you'll see sentence starters. You should feel fully encouraged to use and modify these sentence starters because we are just starting out on a new couple of standards. Later on down the road, maybe we'll have fewer of these supports or something like that. But right now, use the supports, they're there. And then the other thing is just this little note in purple. Tried to remember it already, but a note from Miss Bedell and myself. Remember, no stressing. We know that this is hard, right? To answer a question: in what ways did newly available technologies and products change European society? That's a hard question. We're starting off with a hard question. We know that. But we don't want you to worry. This is just the very first swing at these two standards. You're going to be able to grow from here. And oh, by the way, this message will self-destruct. I forgot I put that in there. um, we'll actually go over this stuff later when we start to do portfolio work. We'll copy and paste your score and the comments into your portfolio. That's all great. Here's the rubrics. So, if you want to make sure that you're meeting a 3 or a 4, just, scroll down and be like, okay, did I do those things? And we'll spend more time on the rubrics in the upcoming units. Okay, so that is all. And I hope you have a wonderful, wonderful day. Get this turned in, I guess, is my last thing. Write on it today, work on it a little bit, but get it turned in by Friday. Even if it's half done, even if you're not sure, this is just the first crack. If you get a 1 out of 4 on the rubric, no big deal. That's like a baseline to grow from. What's more challenging is if you put it off and you want it to be perfect, and then you're working on it over the weekend, and then you get caught up in other stuff. And think of this more like an exit ticket. Just on your way out of class, you're going to jot down your ideas, see how well you do. All right, that's my soapbox. You guys take care now.